get you on record and just get your thoughts. We talked a little bit about drug use earlier.
I don't want this on record. Ready for saying not on record.
What are your thoughts on the NSAC ruling with Nick Diaz the other day and the punishment that they meted out to him? Do you think that was fair? The thoughts on it? You know, it seemed that they took a lot of it personally and weighed their judgment on their personal feelings. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a tough thing. I think I read on MMA Junkie today about Ronda Rousey saying that marijuana shouldn't be tested because it's an invasion of privacy or type thing, which is retarded to a certain degree because, or what's the politically correct word for the not so bright? Because like when you smoke marijuana or take marijuana in, like a lot of people don't realize it allows you to perform more through injuries or pain. It's more like a pain, like kind of like taking pain pills. Except there's some people that it opens their mind. Talk to Eddie Bravo, Joe Rogan, to be like, it opens your jiu-jitsu mind. But there's a lot of different, things physically that marijuana actually helps you during camp. Yes, if you go smoke a joint and you fight on that day while you're high, probably not going to work. But throughout camp, it can make you get through some like camp days where you're like, not that I partake, but I'm just saying. But as for Nick and I think it was his third time, and it was after the fight that was popped, or was it fight day?
5 days.
Or was it before the fight?
No.
Which one? What was the last one? Or was it the first test or the second test? The second test, I'd say, is the celebration.
Pre-test 5 days.
Pre-test. See, that was just it's tough because Nick got popped 3 times. That's his third time, right? Just in Nevada.
Really.
Plus, but it's one of those things like he should have got a TUE and they should have gave it to him because it's not like they didn't know about this. It's not like he's walking down the street and he's in a wheelchair and he's like, I can't come back, and he's like, well, I'm paralyzed, like. Thank you. So like, I think on from that point of view, like it's not like it was. You got to use a little common sense. Like Anderson Silva got, if he would have just said, hey man, I went to the hookah lounge and apparently I inhaled some stuff, and just used that as an excuse, I think he would have got away with it versus going, hey, I got this shit from Thailand. But it's cool, there got to be some type of consistency. I mean, you can do straight up illegal, which would be cocaine, which is illegal on national, federal, state, the whole 9 yards, and that'd still be okay. And then you can go to, I have a marijuana license in California that says I can have this. That means I'm at least illegal. And you already know this because this has come up before. So why, I think they have doctors on, the athletic commission that would go, well, do you just like cut that stuff cold turkey? If, if I'm on AED stuff, if I'm on, if I'm a cancer patient and I'm taking this, or like, do you just stop? I mean, you just got to use a little common sense. But someone should have asked him and said, hey, did you smoke any weed? And if he would have said yes, or if he would have said no, then yeah, go ahead and lifetime ban, whatever. But if he would have said, yeah, I smoked yesterday, and Nick would probably have been, I smoked yesterday. Actually, I smoked 2 minutes ago. Whatever. Like he's that guy, he'll tell you, but you gotta ask him. Well, if you don't ask him, we're good, right? Because and I know what I do. I'm a fighter. I smoke it. It's just like a common sense type of thing. It's just like it's just one of those like for 5 years it could have been like year year. I mean, and then I think they're trying to do it now where they're trying to say first defense, second defense, third defense. They should have thought of that like last time Vitor Belfort got popped like twice, or so like somebody that's got popped more than once. They should have been like, well, how long has it been? It's only been, oh, we only caught you 3 times, you know, like. But for like Nick, I mean, for Nick, it's simple. If he can't fight here, he just says, hey, you know, I just go fight in Japan with Roy. Like, we're good all day.
Right.
I don't have to fight in Nevada.
Sorry, as a fighter, how serious do you take that questionnaire they give you the day before the fight? Because so often I hear fighters say, like, I just filled it out, I don't know. And they did ask Nick on the thing, have you smoked? And he said no. And so, but how seriously do you take that?
Did it say 6 weeks?
Right.
You have to be very specific.
Right, but that's what I'm asking.
Because I mean, if you're because they played a lawyer, so then you'd be very specific. Well, I'm not smoking right now. Is that what you're asking? No. Did I smoke yesterday? Yes.
I'm not going to roll this questionnaire up and use it to smoke it, bro.
Right. I just need to know, you know, like, but like for myself, I just feel, you know, I fill it out just, you know, as best as my ability. But it's just like what it says, the best of your ability. Okay. And if I'm high and I fill it out, then technically it doesn't count because it's not a binding contract because I'm high. I could be an alcoholic and it doesn't count. So I mean, it's one of those things. Like, how much legal do you want to be?
Considering it's happened twice, though, do you think Nick's team should have taken, you know, whatever steps to get him the exceptions, to get him legalized in Nevada, to just do whatever it took, so they didn't even have to go through this?
I would agree on that. Yes. No. I mean, there's some responsibility on Nick's side just as much as there on the athletic side. The athletic side is just I mean, for them to come, like, to postpone and postpone and postpone and postpone to go, 5 years, like, it's not that hard to, like, it's either wrong or it's wrong, or it's right, you know, like, right. You either figure that shit out, like, that day and go, man, you fucked up again. There you go, call it a day. Or, is it gonna make us much money? How much money? Well, Floyd got this. When's the next one gonna be? You know, we got this big one coming up. Like, we gotta look at our calendar first to make sure it's okay. Like, I don't know, like, what their thinking is. Like, I'm not saying what Nick did was right, but the athletic commission needs to get their crap together, because when somebody like, you know, when John Jones had cocaine, and you're like, huh? And cocaine and training with cocaine is 10 times more effective as gonna help your body when you're training versus marijuana.
You took a jab at Josh Barnett a little while back on Twitter about PEDs. Is that something that you were taking seriously as far as doubting whether he would test, or was that just, you know, just getting in his mind?
Was it a jab or a fact?
Or a fact. Well, that's what I'm asking. Did you feel that he might test positive again?
That wasn't a jab. Okay. It was a fact.
Right. But are you concerned he could be on that, or?
There's USADA, right? Right, Chris? There's USADA. UFC says there's USADA there, so then I should be okay.
Okay. Gotcha.